Yo guys, what's going on? My name's John AFK and I am an upcoming zombies YouTuber. And today I wanted to bring you guys a video on the highlights of Blackout, but specifically on the zombies portions. And I was gonna stick to that. I do have another video out. It's highlights on just the Blackout mode in general, just different kills and stuff. So that's a pretty cool video. You guys could go check that out. Like I said, I am an upcoming zombies YouTuber, so you guys, if you guys want to support me, you can go, and like all my other videos, watch all my other videos. You guys can also comment, I would comment back or whatever. And yeah, you guys can subscribe too, because I'm at a really low point for my subscriptions. So I mean, it'd be a really big help if you guys can actually do that. But yeah, I really enjoyed Blackout, and I can't wait for the full-fledged game to come out. I am going to be posting a lot of zombies content throughout the whole season of Black Ops with trailers and just, intro cutscenes, stuff like that. So if you guys do enjoy any of those types of videos, you guys can, subscribe, like I said. But without further ado, let's get into the video. So the first thing I'm going to start off with is I'm going to be talking about all of the zombies locations that actually popped up in the Blackout mode. Whenever I usually played, I would land more so in those ones rather than all the other ones that they've made, or more the multiplayers. Like, I would land in some of those areas, but not as often as the zombies ones, just because I felt more of the nostalgia with those maps. And it was cool because whenever you dropped in, there'd be mystery boxes and there'd also be zombies spawning in. It's just a cool experience overall. But I really enjoyed, the locations that they did put in, like the lighthouse from Call of the Dead, and the diner from Transit, Nuketown from, the Nuketown zombies, and the asylum. They were all just really cool locations that they actually put in. And David Vonderhaar did do an interview, and he was talking, about different changes that were going to come to the game. And one of those changes that got me pretty excited were the adding new locations. Yeah, and I really think that new locations would help overall with just the gameplay, because, who wouldn't want to land in a, other specific zombies map, or another, specific multiplayer map? That would just be so epic. But going off from the location standpoint, they were talking about some other changes, and he had also stated that some of the developers that that are actually working on the game, they feel like it would be an awesome thing just to add the transit bus. And I really feel like that would be a pretty awesome thing to do, considering there's not a lot of drivable vehicles in the game right now. And I feel like adding that would also cater to some zombies fans, because who wouldn't want to freaking drive around in a transit bus? That would just be so awesome. But I mean, just imagine if you were in like the final circle and all you hear is just the transit bus horn, and all of a sudden your whole team gets wiped out by some dude who runs you over with that bus. That would just be so funny. I also feel like most of the zombies related weapons were actually pretty fun to use. I had a fun time using, the grab, or, the galil. Same with the MP40, and same with the ray gun. That was like one of the best weapons in the whole game. And the monkey bombs were actually a really cool tactical to use, but they're only good if you're in a zombies related area and you're basically trying to get a kill with the monkey bomb, or you're trying to lead the zombies away from you. On the other Blackout highlight video that I had already released, it was crazy because I actually put in a clip where I actually got a kill with the monkey bomb. Some dude was, just shooting at me, and I threw it, and he downed me basically. And the monkey went off while he was standing by it, and it was just so crazy. I also feel like it would be good for them to add some of the more iconic, I guess, iconic weapons from zombies. Like, imagine having a thunder gun. I have no idea how that would work, but I mean, imagine them bringing something like that, or something like a Wonder Wall. I've heard people that have been talking about, you know, different weapons, and I feel like a Wonder Wall would really be one of the best weapons to put right beside the ray gun, because I mean, you could take one full squad out just like that with one shot, and it would just be so awesome to have, you know, like some crazy weapons like that. Yeah, and I feel like most of the weapons were actually pretty good to use against the zombies. Some people would usually say that the shotguns were only good for, uh, you know, killing the zombies, but I kind of disagree with that, because I feel like some of the shotguns were actually pretty good to use on the human enemies. And yeah, the zombies based weapons, you know, those were obviously really good. You know, things like the ray gun, monkey bombs, it would, you know, take all the zombies and just make them distracted for a little bit, just so you could get some loot, or some gear, you know, some armor, guns that are laying on the floor. But yeah, I feel like some of the assault rifles too were actually really good. I forgot what that one LMG was called, but that one like double barrel LMG that looks like the MG08, that is actually a pretty good weapon to use against the zombies. Yeah, and I felt like the zombies overall, they were just really easy to handle, especially if you had, you know, the good loot like I was using in the video. But I mean, yeah, they weren't too big of a hassle to deal with. I was usually not wasting as much ammo as I could into them, more of just, you know, meleeing them, or even if I found the combat axe, I was just using that against them, because that is actually a one-hit kill for them, and that's actually pretty good if you're trying to conserve ammo. Yeah, and another thing I really want to touch on is the more of like the Easter egg standpoint of what was in Blackout. Um, I remember, you know, like my first time dropping into Blackout, I'm pretty sure I dropped into Asylum. And when I went, you know, I was picking up a bunch of guns. I was so confused, man. And then I just saw the toilet just sitting there, and I was like, well, who knows? Let's just see. Maybe it works. And then I went to it, held square, and boom. The hidden Easter egg song from the Verrückt map actually worked. So that was actually a pretty crazy thing that they did. They added that type of element into Blackout. And David did actually say that not all of the Easter eggs were found, and he was kind of sad about that, but he actually, you know, thought it was pretty good, considering there was a lot that haven't been found. And they might be interactable Easter eggs, they might be visual Easter eggs, no one really knows. But it's just really crazy to think that, you know, we didn't actually find all the Easter eggs. And I hope they add more, like, you know, the hidden Easter egg songs and stuff, because I felt like that was a really, really cool touch. Maybe they can end up adding, you know, a type of feature where like you can hear the fire sale music, or maybe possibly even the perk jingles. That would be really, really awesome. You know, you're just running around in these specific zombies related areas, and you just hear like the perk jingles. What would also be cool is that, you know, maybe they have kind of interactable Easter eggs, like I said, like possibly even the perks being in there, and you can like hold square on them and they play the jingles or something. That would be pretty awesome. Or if you would also have a thing like the summoning key just laying around, and you can pick that up and actually use it as a weapon, like you can do with the basketball that's in the raid area. But overall, I really feel like Treyarch really tackled most of the aspects that we really wanted to see in Blackout. You know, there were wonder weapons, there were zombies related things, there were, you know, different maps connected to other past maps from zombies and also from multiplayer, and it was just such a cool experience to actually play through. And even when the full-fledged map or the full-fledged game actually comes out, the map is gonna have so much more to it, and it's just an awesome thing to really look forward to. Yeah, but the last thing that I really wanted to talk about was one of the events that they did during the Blackout beta, and that was the Blight Father. I think that's how you say it, Blight Father event. It was a pretty crazy thing, you know. I woke up one day, all the zombies characters were unlocked, and then I heard, you know, there's a new boss zombie. I was like, what the heck? So whenever you drop into the graveyard, there'd be that new boss zombie that's been in most of the trailers, and he'd be kind of, you know, guarding the graveyard, I guess you could say. And the way you could tell that he was actually there is if you'd look, there would be, you know, the mystery box light, but instead of it being, you know, like the bluish color that we know, or even like a green, it was actually red. And that was to show that that was like kind of like a chaos type thing for the new chaos story, basically. But yeah, I feel like it was really cool that they actually added something like that, especially because they said they weren't going to add anything bigger than the AIs, and they added a boss like that. That was actually really crazy, and I hope they do more things like this. But the thing is with the Blight Father, whenever you killed him during the Blackout beta, you could get some good loot, some good stuff like that. But what Vonderhart said was that the rewards that you usually got in the Blackout beta, if you were able to kill him, aren't the thing you're actually going to get in the full-fledged game. You're gonna get more, I guess, better weapons, and those could possibly help you out and give you those, you know, those zombie character challenges. Yeah, so that might be a little lead to where, you know, this is how you unlock whatever character. You go over there and you get this weapon or whatever. But yeah, I felt like that was really cool. I did get some gameplay trying to kill the thing. I unfortunately did not kill it because I did not have enough firepower. It was too strong, well, for me. But I hope that in the zombies game they are actually strong, but they're not as strong as this. At some points I felt like I was running out of ammo too much, or I felt like the projectiles that he was shooting at me, those, I don't know, acid shots or whatever they were just hitting me, and they were taking away all of my HP and my shield away just too much, and I couldn't handle it, man. Yeah, but that's all I really wanted to touch about in this video. I feel like Treyarch did a really good job with their Blackout mode, with their, you know, their touch on Battle Royale. It was a really fun experience because it was my first ever beta experience. So it was really fun for me. But yeah, but like I said, if you guys did like the video, and if you guys do actually want to support me, you guys can, you know, like all my videos, watch all my videos, tune in for my future content that I'm going to be releasing, and you guys can also subscribe because that will really help me out. At the moment of me making this video, I only have, like, I don't know, about less than 10 subscribers, and my goal for right now is probably at least 115 subscribers or something like that. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.